Hey boys and girls, it's Kirsten and Aaron, and we are on our way to the Cinemark in Grapevine to see Sofia Coppola's The Beguiled.
I'm still very excited for this movie. Like I've said numerous times, I love the 1971, I believe, Clint Eastwood original. And this movie's been pretty hyped up.
Has it?
Well, hyped up awards like in the independent market. Sofia Coppola won, first female director won Best Director at Cannes Film Festival, and primarily in other indie film markets, it's been very heavily praised. And then Rotten Tomatoes, if you are one of the unfortunate people who follow that,
Which if you do, what the hell? But okay.
So yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, it's been certified fresh. Not that that means anything at all to anybody except for a handful of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to this movie, hoping that Christian's gonna like it.
I'm hoping to not be let down, because if I'm seeing it in theaters, I don't want to be disappointed.
So, okay, what are your expectations for it, realistically?
Realistically, I expect a dark essence, good acting, tragedy and decent writing, and I mean, with the cast of...
It has a great cast.
I mean, I trust my actors, and if I like my actors, then I'm trusting them with the movie. So like Colin, Farrell, Nicole, Kidman, Elle, I can't see it going that terrible with these people.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that Sofia Coppola's
Sofia Coppola's directing is the only thing that I have my doubts about, but maybe she can prove me wrong this time,
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time I hated someone and then later on found them tolerable, so
yeah.
Maybe this could be that, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll let you guys know what we think.
Hey boys and girls.
So,
yeah.
Just got out of The Beguiled.
The Beguiled.
Where to begin?
Well, you can tell it was directed by Sofia Coppola.
Yeah, that's a pretty given. And written by, found out.
And produced.
By her and her brother.
It's her baby, so.
Well, as a fan of the Clint Eastwood movie, pretty disappointed, I have to say. I think anybody who's seen the original movie would be disappointed.
In comparison to this one?
Yeah.
Quite different?
They took out some key aspects from the movie. It's very little things, but little things that apparently built up to make the story a little bit more interesting. They went a little bit beyond just the aspect of the schoolgirls and the Yankee soldier. They went a little bit beyond that. They delved into slavery a little bit. The storyline had a little bit more depth to it than just the simplicity that this one had. And then just some little things in the movie too, not to give away any details, but just some little extra tidbits here and there that by themselves are very small and insignificant, but they excluded from this movie, and it took away a lot from the overall storyline.
Was the old one longer too?
I think the old one was more about 2 hours.
And this was just an hour and a half.
This is just an hour and a half. It was quite a bit shorter, I think. It felt shorter.
It felt long to me, but
it did.
It dragged.
It did drag. To say it was boring, I think, doesn't go far enough. And I was looking very forward to this movie.
I wasn't.
And you weren't, and it probably met your expectations.
Just about. And actually, I was expecting a little bit more of some sort of little bit of a twist or surprise.
Yeah.
Just to surprise, but I didn't even get that. It was very cliche.
In the original movie, it had that twist.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't see the ending coming. You
Okay.
did very much so in this.
Yeah, it was just leading in there.
No, to say it was boring, I think doesn't go quite far enough as to how bad I feel it was. But to say it was a terrible movie goes too far. I felt
I wouldn't say it was like the worst thing.
No,
I've
there are
seen,
definitely worse movies.
But it was
not good.
It was slow and boring.
Yeah.
Like the acting
was
like
good.
we said, I wasn't surprised how good the acting was.
Yeah.
But just given by a poorly written movie. I mean, just poorly.
The writing was
bad writing. Yeah.
overall the worst part. The cinematography was fine. It was shot fine. The location was beautiful.
I found some of the camera work a little shoddy.
Camera work was a little shoddy.
Especially in the beginning with the credits.
Yeah, and the opening.
Yeah.
I could agree with that. Yeah, I'm just kind of perplexed. I'm very surprised at how it turned out and how I feel it went. I believe it was an independent movie.
Yeah.
This gives credit to all the people who are not independent movie lovers. As to how it is, because most people who don't like independent movies say the same thing,
and I don't mind them to an extent, but I can see why they failed.
But even you, I mean, to most independent movies, you generally say the same thing, good acting, but bad writing, shitty camera work, things like that.
Yeah.
And this gives credit to all of that. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty disappointed, I have to say.
Yeah.
I wish they could have done better with it. I wish Sofia Coppola would have done better. But yeah,
So yeah, pretty much we're saying we don't recommend.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Seeing it.
If you do see it, wait until it comes out.
We spent like less than $5.
$5 a piece.
We wasted $5.
Yeah, so wait till if you want to see it. Which, if you like the original movie, I would still recommend seeing this, just so you can compare.
In comparison, I guess.
Wait till it comes out on demand, so you can rent it, not spend quite so much money. Rent on iTunes for $3. So, but yeah.
What would you rate it? I'm not gonna rate it.
I'd probably have to go with a 3.
3?
Yeah.
You find that fair or generous?
I find that a little generous. I would say 2.5, but I think the acting in it makes it a 3. The acting was actually
okay. Yeah, that's fair. Acting does give it some more credit.
But tell me what we're gonna see next. You know me. I can't remember anything.
By next week, we will get to watch The House. Finally, with Will Farrell. I mean, didn't do well in the box office, but
for that.
I mean, I still think it's gonna be.
You never know.
Pretty okay.
And then Despicable Me 3 shortly after.
Despicable Me 3. So, yep.
All right. See you next time.
Expect reviews on those.